My name is Daria, and we're making new video series with Typhoon clients. And we are starting with Venitra Blog here in Prague. I'm here with Jakub Kapel, head of coffee,
Hi.
and Michal Fiala, head roaster.
Hi.
So, guys, can you tell us more about your place?
This place is Nitro Block. It's like a gallery slash cafe slash bar. We have also our own bakery, roastery, and bakery shop back there. We have also in the valley few more shops like a room and garage, gin distillery, and yeah, it's amazing here. You can see the pictures there, the artwork.
It's very lovely. I remember being here like years ago, even studying here and coming here for coffee. How long has this place been open?
This year it will be 9 years.
Nice. And now we can, I guess, start talking also about the coffee more. We can sit down and discuss the whole roastery project, because I know you also have a very cool name for the roastery project, right?
Yeah. It's not another boring name.
Yes, perfect. So you guys have really not boring roastery. So the name itself says not a boring roastery. Can you tell us more how you came up with the name, the idea behind it?
Yeah, it all started because all our cafe on our projects that we are making, we are trying not to make them boring, like to be not ordinary cafes and to have some kind of impact to your life. So that was the reason where we named the roaster the non boring, because the thing is not all the roasteries are boring. We don't want to say, but we want to say to have some extra impact to people's life. So you can buy coffee and you can take a ride on your motorcycle, do some trip with your family and drink coffee with you. So yeah, that's the way we are trying to put the coffee to people's life.
To make it more special, because also we're here in Prague, where coffee culture, I think, is growing even more than a beer culture or wine culture. Everywhere you go, you see coffee shops being open. So I guess it's, yeah, very natural you want to make it stand out. And I think your place definitely stands out. We'll show you you later the whole concept, but it's really nice. And even Mitra Block itself is very unique, I would say, from typical kind of place in Prague. And I guess the question would be more to Michal. How many hours are you racing now? How many kilograms per week?
It's like 15 hours a week of your roasting. The rest is packaging. And how many kilograms? It's like 200 kilograms. 150 to 200. It's the ideal.
And you have also like free coffee shops, right? Your own coffee shops. So who would be your main clients? Would it be your coffee shops, or is like external, like
Generally, almost all the coffee goes to our coffee shops, so our clients in the cafes. But we are trying to expand to e-shop and with some e-commerce and something like that, and find some new clients. For example, offices are great, I think. And also maybe there is some cafe who is looking for not another boring cafe, so we can offer you the coffee.
perfect? And I guess what would be kind of like your favorite coffee that you're offering now? What's the most popular one?
The most popular is definitely Ethiopia Banku. It's like a clean cup of coffee, not too sweet, not too fruity, not too bitter. It's perfect
Perfect.
for filter.
Perfect. And you roast both espresso and filter, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite coffee? Is it also the more popular?
My favorite is Columbia Sidra, but it's like the most expensive coffee we have. So obviously, it's great, but it's not that popular because it's expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, for you?
Uh, Actually, I like everything. I like every good made coffee, and yeah, that's the one. We are trying to find some coffee which is good for us and also for our customers. As I said, we have three cafes, so we have to find some balance between the kind of hipster or new wave coffee, which is fruity and so on. But we also have some people or customers who are just regular people. So we are trying to balance it. So sometimes you find some extra funky Tanzania on our cafes, or just regular Brazil, which is great with milk. And that's it. And we are trying to make it as much as diverse as is possible.
Yeah, I've noticed you have a very big selection of coffees. And how did you decide to go with the Typhoon? Because I remember you searching for the Racer, so I guess you were discussing probably some other brands as well. What made you decide to go with the Typhoon?
Yeah, it's because of its simplicity. It's you need just a plug and go. That's it. That's it. You just need some electricity. Put your great filters, air filters, and you are roasting. Because if you have some kind of, we didn't have it, so I cannot assume that it's good. But it's gonna be all the easier way to go with the electricity, to go with fluid bed technology.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the simplicity is why most people go with the Racer. And do you remember your first roast? Was it hard? Was it difficult?
The first the first roast was made with by your main roaster, and it was all black. I said, "Oh my God, it's black." No, don't worry. We are just making the washing machine working, and the other roast was great. It was brown and caramelish. It was pretty. It was good.
Perfect. Perfect. And what's the origin?
The origin, it's the Ethiopia Bangkok Tete, as I said earlier. It's my favorite coffee.
Okay, perfect, great. And we will show you the racing process and then come back and discuss all the secrets behind the racing and maybe have some advice for our clients as well. Yeah, perfect. So right now we are actually waiting for the temperature to drop to start racing. So right now we can actually see the racing process. And as we are racing, wash the beans, there's very few chaff flying from the beans. And as we're producing convection racers, you can see that the beans are never touching the plate. Racing happens in the hot air. So the whole race will be very consistent. There can be no defects. And the racing time is much shorter compared to traditional drum racers. It's only 7 minutes for espresso and just 5 minutes for filter coffee. Right now you can see the whole process and enjoy it, as well as all the clients behind the glass window. This model is a shop racery. It's very popular to be placed inside the coffee shops, inside the raceries, where you can actually enjoy the full cycle from the green coffee to the final cup of espresso or filter coffee. And this is the only racer on the market that allows you to see the whole process for a big glass window.
That's the way, man, you know how. Twist yourself round and go on. You make my head whirl. I'm in a mood for loving. Out of sight, man, you got it. You're on my mind, you're on. You make my head whirl. I'm in a mood for loving. When you move, you make me want you madly. It's a groovy tune we're dancing to. We get it together. No matter weather.
So it's been amazing to see the racer in action, and we see the perfect batch. I think now we can go back and get more coffee and discuss all the tricks behind the perfect racing, and if you have any advice that you can give to our client.
Sure.
Perfect. So guys, we're back to drinking coffee. Thank you so much for showing us the roasting process. And can you tell us what are we drinking?
We are currently drinking Tanzania Sambembe. It's a fruity, not too bitter coffee. It's great for espresso. It's a little worse with milk, but you had the latte and cappuccino, so you can say if you like it or.
Well, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. And what about the additional equipment? Are you using destoner often or only sometimes?
Yeah, the destoner is part of every batch. We need to like separate the bad beans, and sometimes there could be stones, etc. It's very bad if the stones get into the
The grinder?
grinder. Yeah.
Yeah, we always say like nothing will happen to the roaster, but your grinder will be damaged, and it's
Yeah.
very expensive to replace the grinder. Perfect. And can you give us any advice, like how to open a successful roastery, in your opinion, from like head roaster, say?
But main thing is to already have clients, and the best is have own cafe than the roastery, and also know someone who is into roasting or knows something about the coffee, because you have to learn it from someone, and the books aren't always as valuable as other person who.
Yeah, it's always good to have the actual like practice.
Yeah.
This theory is great. Not everything can be taught, let's say, by books. So now I think my question would be to you, Michal. What's important for you in roasting?
The most important thing is to see clearly the temperature of the beans and the behavior that happens in the roasting machine. We are currently using
Artisan, I think, right?
artisan, yeah. Uh, it's very easy to use. It's great compatibility with the Typhoon. I can see everything there, and the graphs are very exact. Yeah.
And do you use more manual mode or automatic mode?
Uh, Almost every time the manual, because the automatic I can use the automatic on for example basic Brazil, because it's the behavior is very simple of the coffee, but with more complex coffee is it's better to use manual.
Right. And how do you control quality, like with the green coffee?
Like all the time, because because all the cafes are ours, so we are like on a daily routine that we are tasting our coffee. So in the general with the cupping in the beginning, but later on the cafes, which with older cafes, so we know the behavior and we can react. And also we ask the people, the customers, how they like the coffee. So this is how we buy another green coffee and how we roast it, how we do some difference between the roaster and so on.
And a lot of people ask me, working in sales before buying the roaster, the question, where can I find clients? What do you think would be kind of
It's kind of difficult because there is like a roaster in every house nowadays in Prague, and so you have to try to find some not ordinary customers. Maybe you have some contact from the history or something like that, or try to go outside of the Prague to somebody who is looking, or even the cafes who works with old Italian roasts and they want to improve their menus. So that's the way.
to go kind of beyond your comfort zone, let's say, to explore some new channels. And what advice would you give to people who are just starting, maybe thinking about opening the roastery, maybe from, perspective of the racing process and the head coffee?
If I can start, find somebody who can provide you a roaster. It shouldn't be the Typhoon, if I want to be objective, but you have to find somebody who can give you the great service, because if you have customers or cafes waiting for your product, you cannot switch off the production for 1 week. It's almost impossible because everybody is waiting and it's gonna destroy your name and goodwill and forever. So have somebody at least who can repair your roaster or do some things or whatever and do some settings in 2 days, and I think it's fine. The Typhoon is great because we are here in Prague, so everything is very fast and so on. Then source some great coffee with some good value. You don't need to start with the cheapest coffee only because you are scared. You can try something you are really looking for your clients looking, and the bulk price that as a roaster manager we are looking. Then you can like wait 1 year until you have some visibility of your coffee production.
It takes, I would say, it takes time, like with everything. Just as long as you trust the process and you don't give it up, because you were racing and the first batch seems scary, but then it just takes time. And what about you, Michal? What advice would you give to people who are just starting? Because this whole series would be about telling people how to open the roastery and kind of advice or some tricks to look into.
Buy some books, listen to podcasts about coffee, about roasting. Firstly, learn. It's very important before you start even roasting, because it's not that complicated, but it's not also not complicated.
So we're now at your bakery. And you do all the baking here as well, right?
Yeah, the baking is actually behind the bar. So there's also a huge, there's this kind of huge building that, and yeah, there is a bakery. Here is the main bake shop.
This place is amazing. So many different shops, so many different rooms. Thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely to hear about your project, to see the roasting process. And I'm very excited. I think all the people watching would be very excited to see what's next for Winterbock and Not Another Boring Roastery.
Thank you.